do the old Rick Taylor, Let Me Call You Sweetheart. Have you ever done that one? Let me call you sweetheart. Pick it up when you can. Here we go. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me. Keep the love like glowing in your eyes so true. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Nice job. There's a whole lot of stuff that could go on with that song, and I'm going to leave it all out tonight. I have a couple of pleasant duties tonight. The first one is to introduce my current chorus director and good friend, Mr. Jimmy Tompkins, who is also the director of the twice champion Dixie Seniors Chorus. Mr. Jimmy Tompkins.
Thank you. Is this thing still on? It's on now, right? What a wonderful weekend so far, amen? I know, I'm sorry, y'all thought I was at church. Y'all look tired. Maybe it's just me, but y'all look tired. So what a great weekend. Let me encourage you. We want to try to get together a seniors chorus to go to midwinter in January, but we need more folks. If you are 55 or older, we want to have you come and sing with us. We'll have a fall retreat and a Saturday gathering before January. It's to be determined. All you got to do is send me an email, jtompkins99@att.net. That's for seniors chorus only, not for complaints. I'll tell you one quick thing. My wife and I turned 60 a couple of weeks ago, and we've been thinking about end-of-life planning and what to do. And I told her, I think I want to be cremated. She made me an appointment for Tuesday.
Thank you, Jimmy. And just so you all feel really confident in our future, January 1st, he becomes our district president. And I become your immediate past president. Yay! Now it is my lovely and happy duty to introduce to you the Master of Ceremonies for tonight's events. And I've known Jeremy for a while, but I learned things about him this weekend that I did not know. And one is, not only has he been running the District Association of Quartet Champs for the last couple of years, but he is a district quartet champion himself, and he has been a district quartet champion 6 times, which is impressive, but even more impressive is the fact that he did it in 5 different districts on 3 different parts. Wow, I have enough trouble with bass. But he is going to be our Master of Ceremonies this evening, so ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Mr. Jeremy Conover.
Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the 75th anniversary celebration for the Dixie District. My name is Jeremy Conover. I'm the bass of your 5-year anniversary quartet champions from 2018 Entourage, and could not be more thrilled to be here with you this evening to take you on a look back at the last 75 years of the Dixie District. Does anyone recall, let me get my notes out here, I want to make sure I'm doing this properly, what year we formed? Simple math says, what year? 1948, that's right. Where were we formed? Does anyone know that? Birmingham, Alabama, that is correct. There were originally 424 members when the district formed, from the original 10 chapters, covering 9 southeastern states: Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, North and South Carolina, and Tennessee. As we go along tonight, we're going to be looking back at the last 75 years with some of our most favorite groups, some of the accolades and accomplishments of our district. But we're going to start out with some singing from one of the quartets you heard this weekend, our 2023 Senior District Quartet Champions from Chattanooga, Tennessee, Deep Water.
There's a place I'd like to be, and it's back in Tennessee, where your friendly neighbors smile and say hello. Say hello. It's a pleasure and a treat to meander down the street. That's why I want the whole wide world to know I love those dear hearts and gentle people who live in my hometown, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Hearts and gentle people will never ever let you down. They read the Amen, Amen. That's how the weekend goes. How it goes. I got a dream house I'll build there one day, with a picket fence and rambling road. I feel so welcome each time that I return, that my happy heart is like a cloud. I love those dear hearts and gentle people who live and love in my being, ever so humble, with friends who live in my hometown.
Something else happened this weekend, which was a first for our district. We were able to make a little bit of history by crowning our first ever mixed quartet champion. And we're going to hear from them right now. Please welcome from Mobile, Alabama, Monterey South.
I wanna make you smile whenever you're sad. Carry you around when your arthritis is bad. All I wanna do is grow with you. I get you medicine when your tummy aches. Build you a fire when the furnace breaks, so it could be so nice. Growing old with you, growing old with you. I'll miss you and kiss you, and I give you my coat when you are cold. Need you, feed you, even let you hold the remote control.
Don't do it.
So let me do the dishes in our kitchen sink. Put you to bed when you've had too much to drink. Oh, I could be the one who grows old with you. I wanna grow old with you. With you.
The year is now 1953, a mere 5 years after the birth of the district, and the needles already started to move on the international level. And the needle began moving in Memphis, Tennessee, and was led by a guy named Buzz Busby. Ever heard of him? Yeah. Buzz was born on June 6, 1929 in Memphis. He started singing barbershop in 1947 as a member of the Memphis chapter, singing baritone in several quartets, most notably the Confederates, our 1956 international champions. A longtime musical director, Buzz directed the Dixie Cotton Bowl Chorus to the district's first international chorus championship in 1958. He was also a prolific arranger, arranging such songs as Chloe, Redhead, Down Where the South Begins, and A Nightingale Sang in Berkeley Square. You know, in that quartet, the Confederates, they're a pretty fair quartet too. They first formed in 1953 on September 16th at a Dixie Cotton Bowl chorus rehearsal. For their 17-year history, the foursome consisted of George Evans on tenor, Dave Labonte on lead, Buzz Busby on baritone, and Wally Singleton on bass. Evans and Busby were born and bred there in Memphis, while Singleton was the damn Yankee of the group, where he claimed he was clean from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Labonte was a transplanted Yankee himself from Concord, New Hampshire, but made a point to tell everyone that he was from the southern part of the state. For their first contest, the Confederates drove 800 miles to St. Petersburg, Florida to compete in their very first ever Dixie District Quartet prelims, where they qualified for the international contest in Washington, D.C. They called that the Charge on Washington, resulted in 31st place, where they fell back to regroup a little bit, and regroup they did. The following year, they qualified again, Miami Beach, and they jumped unprecedented jump from 31st all the way to second place in 1 year. And June 14, 1956, they competed in the Minneapolis International Convention, where they finally came out on top, outscoring the second place quartet by 462 total points. They had very unique arrangements, crazy on-stage antics, quartets in society, averaging over 45 shows a year. Buzz, of course, was the director of the Cotton Bowl Chorus. We'll talk about them in a moment, but he was the first to win chorus gold and quartet gold. Despite Buzz's accident in 1960, the quartet continued to do multiple chapter shows every year. They stayed together until 1969, when they officially retired from the show circuit. By the end of their career, they had performed in 46 states and shared the stage with Dinah Shore, Dick Van Dyke, and Al Hirt. And they consider the Carnegie Hall one of their favorite highlights. We lost Wally Singleton in 1971 to a heart attack at age 49. Buzz Busby passed in 1977 after a 2-year battle with respiratory disease. He was 47. Dave Labonte passed away in 1990 at the age of 71 after suffering from Parkinson's disease. And George Evans suffered from Alzheimer's in his later years and passed on June 13th, 2007 at age 76. The Confederates were trendsetters. I think we could all agree to that. And they were ahead of their time, musically and from an entertainment perspective. And that 17-year career was an influential piece in the development of the new Barbershop Harmony Society. So let's enjoy a video of George, Dave, Buzz, and Wally, your 1956 International Quartet champions from Memphis, Tennessee, the Confederates.
Do you hear the beat away down the street? Do you hear the neat little rhythm of the happy dancing feet? Well, look there, the people are running, and right now they're gonna have a lot of fun. Make way, 'cause everybody's coming and you'll see a big parade. Hey boy, we're really gonna celebrate. Hear that, listen to the clarinet. Your feet are really gonna palpitate when you are marching around, marching around. Wonderful sound, doodly-doodly-doo. I hear the rat-a-tat along the way the little drummer does that. What a glorious day. Out of my way, doodly-doodly-doo. Make room and give me some air. I got a lot of rhythm to spare. We all swing high, swing low. There's a lot of rocking to and fro. It ain't fast or slow, but all that glory, hallelujah, sing and swing. Make the river bottom ring a ling. Here's my love, that's the South Rampart Street Parade.
Every boy, scout, or girl, the dancing world tonight. Dance with me.
I tell you, there's rocket, rocket, they're singing it and breaking it bad, not bad. I'm glad you dig, just hear the trombone blowing a tune, that jivey trombone playing at the moon, wah wah. I really get a thrill, I know I always will, whenever I can hear the rhythm of that jazz band way down yonder in the canebrake. What a lot of music they make, swinging out until the daybreak. Louisiana band's gonna get a hand when they start a playing. You can hear me saying, take me to that street parade. That South Rampart Street parade.
How about that? Did y'all enjoy that? Yeah, I sure did too. You know, I mentioned earlier that Buzz directed and the Confederates sang with a pretty daggum good chorus too. The mighty Dixie Cotton Bowl chorus from Memphis, Tennessee. The first district international chorus champion, it seemed fitting to take a look back under the direction of Buzz Busby from Memphis, Tennessee, the 1958 international chorus champs, the Dixie Cotton Bowl chorus. Yeah. It's the first international chorus champion for the Dixie District. And that I always enjoy watching videos like that. You know, it's just the excitement the audience feels when those choruses and quartets ring those chords. It's just, I've never traded that for anything. So that was a nice little treat. So moving on now to 1959, Louisiana and Arkansas has moved to the Southwest District. Florida has formed the Sunshine District. And we lost the ability to enjoy our conventions with some of our friends in the Florida chapters. This weekend seemed like a perfect opportunity to celebrate one chapter who's been rekindling that brotherhood. And as we celebrate the Dixie District, we've been treated over the last few years to a collaborative effort between chapters in Dixie and Sunshine. I'm trying to talk very slowly so everybody can get on stage. This vision of a couple of Barbershop Harmony Society legends, Tony DeRosa from Sunshine and our own Clay Hine from Dixie, have taken members from their choruses, and they've had this time together representing both districts at the international contest, and have done so admirably, including capturing an international medal this past summer at the Barbershop Harmony Society International Chorus Contest in Louisville, Kentucky. So please welcome, representing both the Dixie and the Sunshine districts, under the direction of Clay Hine, your 2023 International Third Place Chorus Bronze Medalists, the Atlanta Vocal Project.
Wonderful day and a glorious night. There's just one word that can start this show right. It's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-lie, diddle-diddle-lie, diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-lie, diddle-diddle-lie.
Father gave me nose a tweak and told me I was bad. But then one day I learned a word that saved me aching nose. The biggest word you ever heard. This is how it goes.
This is how it goes. Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-lie, diddle-diddle-lie, diddle-diddle-diddle-lie, diddle-diddle-lie.
I traveled all around the world and everywhere I went, I'd use this word and all would say, there goes a clever gent. When dukes and maharajas spend the time of day with me, I use me special word and soon we're singing harmony.
Listen while we say, oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-lie, diddle-diddle-lie, diddle-diddle-diddle-lie, diddle-diddle-lie.
So when the cat has got you done, there's no need to dismay. Just summon up this word and then you've got a lot to say. But use it very carefully and you will never fret. We sang this word and then we found our barbershop quartet.
Listen while we say it one more time. Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, 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 supercalifragilistic. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We are honored to be here as your current district champion chorus and your current international third place bronze medalist in this wonderful celebration of 75 years of the Dixie District in the Barbershop Society. I myself have been a part of this district for almost half of that time. I know I must have started when I was 2, but for over 30 years I've been a part of this wonderful district, and it is absolutely home for me. So Atlanta Vocal Project has been pretty busy this past year, doing lots of shows and that little contest in Louisville. But just let me give you a quick history of how togetherness and harmony has really drawn us to this special opportunity. So back in 2018, really built around the friendship of Clay Hine and Tony DeRosa, these two choruses, which surprised all of us by being so alike culturally and just a lot of the same goals. We got together in 2018 and sang together in Orlando, and we're like, hey, that was a lot of fun. We're never going to do that again because that was a lot of work. And 2019 came and went, and we didn't join back together again. And then the 2 years with no music happened. And it made you think really about what was important. And we came back to that togetherness and harmony that was really important to us. And we had made some friends back in 2018, and we kind of missed hanging out with them. So we're like, well, let's try this one more time. So we got back together in 2022 in Charlotte and actually placed a little bit, felt it out, and able to get together more times. And that was great. And we were like, okay, let's do it again because Louisville is so close. So we went to Louisville and really surprised us, as I think in a lot of people, doing as well as we did. But I will tell you, the secret sauce of this year in Louisville was the songs that we sang about togetherness and about what we were doing as these two groups. And so we truly have adopted, and we feel that that is such an important theme about not only our chorus, but barbershop at large. So we'd like to sing for you now one of the songs that helped us get to third place in Louisville. Thank you.
And just to put a little bow on that story, as we competed in these few internationals with our friends, the Heralds of Harmony from down in Tampa, and obviously you can't compete in two different chapters on the same stage and sing the same songs at the same time. So we all became members of Heralds of Harmony, and we'd like to thank some of our Heralds of Harmony brothers for coming up and sharing this stage with us and showing off our wonderful new shiny third place medals. Had a few join us, and we'd like to thank them for coming up and seeing us and singing this song for y'all.
Each time I see you is like the first time. Your smile's a joyful melody so sublime. And when we're far apart, your song lives in with each rendezvous, I greet you. With a song in my heart, I behold your adorable face, with just a song at the start. Touching your hand, it tells that you're standing here, so near, my love. At the sound of your voice, heaven opens its portal.
song such as ours came to be, and I always, always knew that I would live life through with a song in my heart for you. With a song, just a song in my heart, in my heart. It's always like I've seen you for the first time, with a song in my heart.
One, two, three.
Way down by the beach lived the sweetest little peach, and I just gotta say that she just had the cutest way, playing chord after chord after chord, and all she had was a washboard. Folks would gather round from all around the town so they could hear her play, hear her play, hear her play. How she played on her Coney Island watch where she would play and play. You could hear her on the boardwalk every day. Soap suds all around, bubbles on the ground. Rub-a-dub-a-dub, all her tune she found. Thimbles make the noise, Charleston for the boys. Rag-a-tune through the knees of her brand new BBDs. Coney Island washboard rondelay, Coney Island washboard rondelay. Play that Coney Island rondelay every day. Down by the sea, scrubbing 1, 2, 3, and washing all those duds in a tub full of suds. Cleaning up your clothes, making everything look fine, while playing every rhythm right in time, right in time, scrubbing right in time. On her how she'd play and play, and you could hear her jazzing on the boardwalk each and every day. Soap suds that are all around, bubbles floating to the ground. Rub-a-dub-a-dub in a little tub, all her tunes she found. Thimbles on her fingers make some noise, playing Charleston on the laundry for the boys. You could rag-a-tune right through the knees of any pair of BBDs. Coney Island washboard she would play and play. Coney Island washboard rondelay. Coney Island washboard play
Every day brings a new opportunity to pursue our dreams, to be inspired and to inspire others, and to celebrate the passions that bring us together.
Arise and seize the day. Now is the time to seize the day. Stare down the odds and seize the day. Minute by minute, that's how you win. We will find a way. Let us seize the day. Behold the brave battalion that stands side by side, too few in number and too proud to hide. Say to the others that did not follow through, you're still our brothers and we will fight for you. We'll fight for you. Now is the time to seize the day. Stare down the odds and seize the day. Once we've begun, if we stand as one, someday become somehow. And a prayer becomes a vow. Today begins right. Now it's time to seize the day. Time to seize the day. Answer the call and don't delay. Don't delay. Wrongs will be righted if we're united. Let us seize the day. Let us seize the day. Neighbor and father to son to son. One for all and all for one for all and all for one for all and all for one.
One more hand for the Atlanta Vocal Project and our friends from the Heralds of Harmony. That just goes to show us that distance doesn't mean a whole lot, does it? It's that time to spend together and the ability to ring chords, and that fellowship, that brotherhood is all brought on by the sounds we create. So I really appreciate those guys being here. So thank you so much. Now, it's time for our first anniversary quartet of this year for the DAQC. It's our 50-year anniversary quartet champion, the Early Time Five and Dime. Who remembers Early Time? Make some noise if you remember the Early Time Five and Dime. Anybody? Yeah. The year's 1972. A new quartet was formed when tenor Carl Ballard, lead Bill Fletcher, Barry Art Collier, and bass Chuck Green met and formed a quartet in Raleigh, Greensboro, North Carolina. The quartet captured the 1973 District Quartet Championship in Atlanta, Georgia, and followed it up with an appearance at the 1974 quartet contest in Kansas City, finishing 43rd. I was chatting with Art Collier last week. I told him I could not find a video of the quartet, so I asked him if he had one. He said he did not. So I asked him, do you have any thoughts or stories you'd like to share that I can share with the folks in the crowd tonight? And after about 30 minutes, I said, Art, you got anything shorter? So he told me this one. I wanted to share this one with you. He said, the tenor of the quartet, Carl Ballard, was a pilot. And he would fly the quartet around for shows. And if you remember the quartet, they were not exactly the most four petite-figured fellows. Art said they got their quartet outfits at the Greensboro Tent and Awning. Anyway, being the pilot, Carl had to know how much everyone weighed, how much their baggage weighed, etc., so he could figure out the weight of the fuel that needed to go on the plane. So they were traveling from Raleigh to do a show in Atlanta. And earlier in the week, the quartet had a rehearsal and dinner afterwards, and Carl told the guys to let him know how much they weighed so we can get all the math done ahead of time. So after getting those numbers, Carl thought about it for a moment and then told Bill that he got to bring the quartet sock. And Chuck was in charge of bringing the community toothbrush to try to save some weight. And we were laughing about that story for some time, and he said when they left the airport in Raleigh, they cleared the trees by about 10 feet. And he wanted me to pass along his thanks for bringing them back to your minds, and he hopes that the quartet gave you plenty of good memories. And while we could not find a video of the quartet, I do want to, I told Art that I was going to send him the video of tonight's show, so if you don't mind, please make some noise for your 50-year anniversary quartet, Carl, Bill, Art, and Chuck, 1973 District Quartet champions, early time, five and dime. We will make sure that we get him the video of tonight's show so you can hear those thoughts from y'all, so thank you very much. Our 25-year anniversary quartet hails from Marietta and Stone Mountain. Eric, Tim, Dylan, and Jeff formed in 1998 and immediately saw success in contests, qualifying for the international contest in Atlanta, Georgia, finishing 22nd, and then winning the 1998 District Quartet Championship in Raleigh. The following year, they jumped all the way to 11th. In 1999 in Anaheim, 6th in Kansas City in 2000. And between 2000 and their retirement in 2005, the quartet underwent some personnel changes, but what did not change was this district's love for them. They cracked the medals and stayed there for the remainder of their time together with a 4th place bronze in 2001 and 2002, 5th in 2003, 3rd in 2004, and 4th in 2005. This quartet has impacted me personally as well. I like to tell this story when I'm thinking of these guys. When I was in college, Riptide was singing in the Charleston, Illinois chapter show. And along with my parents and one of my best friends, Andrew Miller, who later sang Barry with me in the quartet and went on to win a district championship himself, we decided to drive over to Charleston for the show. And our local paper had put the wrong time in the ad. So we showed up to the theater, and the theater was dark. I asked the guy at the venue, and he said, no, the show's over. I think they're over there at the ballroom. So that's where we're having the afterglow. So we went over there on a whim, found that ballroom, and the glow was over too. There were a couple of chorus members there, and Riptide. And when they found out what happened, they got together, they sat my family down, and gave us a 20-minute show from 10 feet away. Yeah, and from that moment, I was forever Riptide fan. I was a brand new barbershopper, and that meant so much to me. And whenever we're reminiscing about barbershop, that story will always come up with my parents or with my buddy Andrew. And the fact that they're here this weekend means a lot. to me and to this whole district to celebrate the 75-year anniversary. So we're excited to have back with us tonight Rick, Tim, Richard, and Jeff, your 1998 Dixie District Quartet champions, Riptide.
When the world seems dark and gray and the clouds all pass my way, I'm calling you dear today. Seems like you've been gone for years. I can hardly keep the tears from falling. Can you hear me You're the girl I love, you make the skies above seem so beautiful and blue and lovely like you. And to you, dear, I'll always be true. You make the world seem right. So right. You're my bright and guiding, my guiding light. And when things go wrong, your love keeps me strong. You're the girl I love. I love. You're the only girl I love.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Y'all have been sitting a long time, and I know that it kind of gets all caught up back there. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm here, but they stepped back. So picture this. Lean on in here. Picture this. Thank you. So him and her go to the doctor, see? And if you've heard this one, don't stop me because I want to hear it again. They're going into the doctor there, and they're sitting there, and the doctor comes out, and he looks down at the husband, he looks at the wife, and he says, I regret to have to inform you that any more hanky-panky between the two of you could prove to be fatal to him. And the husband says, well, that's not good. He says, it's not good. He says, y'all will figure it out, though. So they're driving home. They have a little dinner, watching TV. Starts to get late. It's almost 8:30. And they figure, well, it's time to bed down for the night. So he says to her, he says, listen, why don't you go ahead up and sleep up in the bedroom upstairs, and I'll bed down here on the couch, kind of like always. Now, don't get ahead of me now. So he gives her a little peck on the cheek. She goes up. He beds down on the couch. 3 o'clock in the morning, here he comes up the steps. And he meets her coming down the other way. She looks down. She says, where do you think you're going? He says, I was coming up to die. He says, where were you going? She says, I was coming down to kill you. So,
Who's that coming down the street? Who's that baby? Ain't she sweet? Who's that gal? Oh my, she's so divine, so divine. Who's that? Just like a dream, sweetest who you've ever seen. I can tell you now that she's all mine. That gal's all mine. Listen, pal, oh, she's my gal, ain't she sweet? Coming down the street, I'll ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Oh, ain't she nice? Look her over once or twice. Now I ask you very confidentially, ain't she nice? Just cast an eye in her direction. Oh me, oh my, that perfection. Oh my, I repeat, don't she's kind of neat? Now I ask you very confidentially, ain't she? Oh, ain't my baby sweet? Yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, don't be maybe. Yes, sir, that's my baby. No, wow. Yes, ma'am, we decided. No, ma'am, we won't hide it. Yes, ma'am, you're invited now, right now. By the way, when we reach the preacher, I'll say, yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, not maybe, yeah. Oh, that's my baby now. Oh, that's my baby now. Cast an eye, just cast an eye in her direction. Oh, me, oh, my baby. She's sure perfection. Oh, I repeat, don't you think she's kinda neat? So you better watch her carefully, 'cause she's my baby. Yes, sir, my sweet little baby. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. Right now, sweet and how. Oh, that's my baby. Right now.
you know, it was much easier 20 years ago. Mercy. Okay, so him and her go to the doctor, see. This is a different one. So him and her go to the doctor, see, and they're in there talking to him. They get all examined up and everything. And he says, have you got any questions for me? And the husband says, well, you know, he says, my wife and I have been noticing that we're kind of getting to the age where we kind of forget things. We seem to be like losing our memory. He says, well, that's not unusual. He says, what you need to do is get you a pen and some paper. And anytime you need to remember something, just make a note about it. Just jot it down. So they're on the way home. They stop by the Dollar General and they give him some pens and not yet, and some paper. They get on home, they have some dinner, and they're watching TV, and he gets up. She says, "Where are you going?" He says, "I was just going to go into the kitchen and get some ice cream." She says, "Bring me some." He says, "All right." She says, "Aren't you going to make a note about it?" He says, I don't need to. I'm just going to go to the kitchen, get ice cream. I'll bring you some." She says, "Yes, but I want vanilla ice cream." Better write that down. I don't need to write it down. I got it. Vanilla ice cream. I'll be right back. She says, "But I want chocolate sauce on mine." Better make a note of that. He says, "I don't need to. I got it. Vanilla ice cream, chocolate sauce. I'll be back in just a..." She says, "But I want whipped cream, nuts, and a cherry on top." Better make a little footnote about that. He says, "I don't need to. I got it. Vanilla ice cream, chocolate sauce, whipped cream, nuts, and a cherry. I'll be right back." He goes in the kitchen. A couple seconds go by. She starts hearing pots and pans hitting the floor, glass breaking. Pretty soon smoke starts coming out of the kitchen doorway. 20 minutes later, here he comes back in. He's got a big tray, walking up to the sofa there, bacon and eggs. Sits it down in front of her, and she says, "I told you to write it down. I told you to make a note of it." He goes, "What's the matter?" She says, "Where's my toast?" Oh, a little quicker over here. Okay.
Nighttime falls, day is done, and I treasure every moment with my son. Time to sleep, close your eyes, and dream away your cares, little one. Though days are sometimes filled with toil and strife, when I rock my child to sleep, all is right. Baby mine, don't you cry. Baby mine, dry your eye, dry your eye. Rest your head close to my heart, never depart. Baby of mine, baby mine, baby mine. When the clouds come my way, your sweet smile fills my day, fills my day. How your eyes sparkle and shine, angel divine, baby of mine, baby mine, baby mine. And those times troubles may fall, can be hard when you are small, so small. Though there's times some may scold you, I'll be there just to hold you. From your head to your toes, goodness knows, you are so precious to me, cute as can be. Baby of mine, baby mine, I love you, baby mine. Go to sleep, my baby
You know, this would be, thank you so much for that. This would be the time where we ought to say something nice. We ought to. Teasing. We really want to thank a couple of people, starting with our wives, for which if we didn't have their support back when we were like doing the competition lifestyle, we just wouldn't have been able to get it done, and we owe them a great deal of debt. Mary and Amy and Christina and what's your name? Susan. And I'm sorry, I just can't do anything straight. Anyway, we're so grateful to them, but in addition to them, great coach that worked with the quartet, Dave LaBar. Oh yeah, he just missed Dave. Yep. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Thank you, Dave. Oh, don't act surprised. You'd have done the same, and so would he. So, no, I miss Dave very much. He started out in Mid-Atlantic and got to know him there, and he's such a character. I miss characters like Dave, but Dave, seriously, thank you for everything. And the contest today, watching both the choruses and the quartets, this was like the tribute to Clay Hine Day. Just so many great charts that Clay has done, and we've done a medley of his hit up here tonight, and not yet. No, Clay is just so gifted. He takes songs and they make them sound like barbershop, and boy, is it great. Clay, thank you for the gift that you keep giving us through music all the time. Appreciate it very much. And last and least, no, last and not, next, we want to sincerely thank Jeremy Conover for inviting us to be on the show, to share the weekend with you all, get to celebrate the district's 75th anniversary. That's really something. I'm tickled to death to be here to share it with you. And Jeremy, thank you for inviting us. Yes, thank you. We did find out that we were third choice when Jeremy was making calls, but we still thank him anyway. No. You ever notice how some quartets, have a song, and then all of a sudden it's like people, every time they see you, they go, sing this song. We're going to do that one now. It's our last one. All right, take that one off the program. It didn't work. No, we're gonna do a song for you now, and if we start singing it and there's that little voice in the back of your head that says, sing! Don't do it. It throws off our timing.
Gal of mine, my Angeline, you got me running around, running around. Can't you see you were meant for me? It's time to settle down, 'cause you got too many rings on your fingers. Naughty Angeline, you laugh at romance that lingers. Naughty Angeline, you take a heart, then you break it just for fun. Someday you'll break one too many. Yours may be the one, and everyone kisses a flower when it's filled with sweet perfume. Nobody kisses a flower when it's lost its bloom. So come to my arms, mischief-making baby. Settle down and just be mine. 'Cause deep in your heart, you're a good little girl. Naughty Angeline, my naughty Angeline. Too many rings on your fingers, naughty Angeline. You let that romance that lingers, oh my naughty Angeline. You take a heart and then you break it just for fun. Someday you'll break one too many. Yours may be the one, 'cause everyone kisses a flower filled with sweet perfume. Nobody kisses a flower when it's lost its bloom. So come to my arms, mischief-making baby. Settle down and won't you be mine? 'Cause deep in your heart, you're a good little girl. Naughty Angeline. Deep in my heart, you're the one that I love. My little naughty Angeline. My Angeline.
Y'all are such a wonderful audience. I wish we had a better act. Sometimes I do that one and somebody will go, "Me too." Thanks for restraining it. Listen, that was so kind of you to do that. That's one of the greatest compliments that you can pay for a performer, and still straighten things out without being too, you know. So way back when I first joined the quartet in 1864, whatever it was, and so this one over here and Amy had just had the triplets, and we watched that whole thing unfold at contest, and Tim getting there and getting back and getting there again and singing, and then y'all still won a medal, didn't you? How in the hell did that happen? Anyway.
I do believe that's what BSQ said that year, isn't it?
Yes, it is, exactly. That's exactly what BSQ said. How the heck did that happen? Anyway, so the triplets got born, and I still singing in the quartet and get down to visit them, and I don't know, they were probably 3 years old or something, and I just remember spending the night at Tim and Amy's house one night, and we're in the dining room, and they've got them a little plastic playhouse set up in the house, and I'm in there with them, and all I remember is bacon being cooked by the slab, and those children devouring it. all of them had a piece in each hand, and they're just going at it. Well, anyway, I don't know why you needed to know that, but hopefully it sets up. One of the fellas is here tonight. One of the triplets is here tonight. Sings in the chorus. I'd say he's a good-looking boy, but he looks just like him. Right. But anyway, we'd like to sing, seriously, one final song for you. It's a beautiful song. I'm sure you've heard the quartet sing it at some point. If you haven't, I hope you enjoy it. And we'd like to ask Braden to come out here and sing it along with us so we'll get the right words this time. So where's that boy? Hey, come here a second. Come here a second. So I want you to do that, like when I said, do that face that looks like your dad. Do it out there. Do that. You do. Oh, all the time. It's usually when we're trying to figure out the key and somebody goes, it's E flat, and you go, which means too high. Anyway. Oh. There's a little ceremony going on here. Oh, well. That's right. We just dubbed him sirloin of beef. Yep.
There's a sweet, sweet spirit in this place, and I know that it's the Spirit of the Lord. There's a sweet expression on each face, and I know that it's the presence of the Lord. We praise you, Lord. Sweet Holy Spirit, sweet heavenly dove, stay right here with us, filling us with your love. And for these blessings, we lift our hearts in praise. Without a doubt, we'll know that we have been revived when we shall leave this place. Without a doubt, we will know that we have been revived when we shall leave this place.
Make some more noise for Riptide. Yeah. Fantastic. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick 10-minute intermission. Don't go anywhere. 10 minutes. We're going to be short, quick. Want to get to the afterglow, too. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you in 10. There's so much history here. We love it. All right, so we're on now to our 15th anniversary, 15-year anniversary quartet. I'll give you one more second here to find your seats. Close the doors. Our 15th anniversary quartet, State Line Grocery, hails from Stone Mountain, Georgia, and Cleveland, Tennessee. Eric, Tim, Mark, and Drew formed in 2003 and saw instant success by winning the 2003 Dixie District Quartet Championship in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Their first international appearance was in 2005, where they made a huge splash, finishing 11th. After personnel change in 2006, State Line moved into the top 10 by finishing 8th. And they broke into the medals and stayed there through their retirement by finishing 4th in 07, 3rd in 08, and tied for 4th in 09. And they are and will remain one of the favorite Dixie District quartets and one of mine personally as well. Let's take a look back at one of the videos from State Line Grocery.
Listen, boys, while I tell you about my best gal, my best gal. Just a year ago we took a vow when the sun shone bright above. On an apple tree I remember how we carved our names in love. And then I got that call, took me off to a distant land. And every day I'm away I just long to hold her hand, to hold her hand, to hold her hand. I left my baby east of the Rockies, north of the Rio Grande, west of Mississippi, south of Dakota land. When you hit Texas, take Route 33, turn right at Ruby Valley, left at Lover's Alley, stand beneath the apple tree. I'll take a little trip for my uncle, but I'll return, I know, and I'll remember just where I have to go. East of the Rockies, north of the Rio Grande, way west of the Mississippi, south of Dakota land. Just think of Texas, Route 33, see Dreamy Valley, Lover's Alley. Stop and see the apple tree. My little baby's waiting there for me. I hope she won't sit under that apple tree with anyone else but me. No, not anyone else but me. No, not anyone else but me. No, don't sit under that apple tree with anyone else but me. Till I come on marching home. Way back home, I left my baby east of the Rockies, waiting for me, and north of the Rio Grande, just west of the Mississippi. I'm in a head on south of Dakota, that's the land I'm dreaming of. Here's a tip, take a trip on the 33 all of the way. You know my baby's waiting for me, I'm heading there again to stay. East of the Rockies, south of Dakota, and west of the Mississippi, north of that Rio Grande. I won't be late, she'll be waiting to hold my hand. East of the Rockies, north of that old Rio Grande, my little baby's there. My baby, she's waiting there for me. I long to hold her hand. I long to hold her, waiting to see her cross that Rio Grande. Rio Grande.
Our 2003, our 20-year anniversary quartet, State Line Grocery, and we're going to try something here. Hopefully technology will work out for us, but I have, hopefully, with us, the lead of State Line Grocery, Tim Brooks. Tim, I don't know if you can hear can you hear me okay?
Yep, I hear you just fine.
Fantastic. So first of all, Tim, thank you for being here with us, and congratulations on your career in the Dixie District, but also your 20th anniversary for State Line Grocery. So the crowd's here to hear from you. So lay your wisdom upon us, Tim.
Thanks, Jeremy. We appreciate it. I bring you greetings from Ogden, Utah, where I am attending the Rocky Mountain Fest convention from 2023. So I wish I was there with you all in Dixie. It's my home for sure. State Line Grocery was definitely a Dixie District quartet. We started in Dixie District. We were all from there. We had a lot of help from Chad and Brandon Guyton, which did a lot of coaching for us. They introduced us to Heath Wheeler, our original baritone. Clay Hine, also, of course, very instrumental, did arrangements for us and coaching. We had some guys that weren't quite in Dixie, but they were close. Aaron Dale, who was in Kentucky, George Gipp, who was in Florida. And so those guys were both very big friends and good help for us as well. But we're so grateful to all the Dixie chapters that put us on their shows. Of all the shows we sang on through our career, probably 3/4 of them were in Dixie District, and we're very thankful and grateful for that. It was our home and supportive 100% as we moved into international. Jeremy already kind of went through the rundown of our chronology in international, and we always had great support from Dixie through that. And I'd like to say that just for me personally, Dixie was where I started officially back in 1983. I moved to Atlanta, Georgia in 1983 in the summer, and I joined Stone Mountain Chorus. And I sang with them in the very first contest in 1983 in Savannah, Georgia. Some of you may have been there. And I was with them until I moved to Colorado in 2019. So along the way, I had a lot of participation in Dixie, which I'm very proud to have served. I did a lot of schools. I became a judge and judged around Dixie and around the society and internationally. I served on the Dixie board, did production at contests, coaching, etc. And then very honored to have been inducted into the Dixie Hall of Fame. I had my badge, but I can't seem to find it in my hotel room, but I was gonna wear it for this, so I apologize. And I'd just like to say finally, since we've moved in 2019, I never really got a chance to say an official goodbye. And so I'd like to thank all of Dixie District for the friendship. Thank you for the support of my quartets over the years, this one specifically, State Line Grocery, the wonderful memories of so many different events and shows and contests. And I know you all just had a great reunion, Dixie Lakeside Harmony Weekend. I wish I could have been there for that. But so many memories. I really, truly love and miss you all. And I want to give a special thanks to Jeremy for giving me this opportunity to speak to all of you. So have a great convention. Thank you, and God bless.
That worked out pretty good. Didn't it? So, wow, that was fun. Great to see and hear from Tim. So, Tim, thank you. Moving on, our 15th anniversary quartet, TNS, called Nashville, Tennessee Home. Rick, Ryan, Dusty, and Dave. They won the 2008 Dixie District Quartet Championship in Chattanooga by a mere 8 points total. After qualifying for international in 2010, the quartet finished an amazing 10th at their first international contest, capturing the Dealer's Choice Award for the highest placing quartet, meaning that no two members have competed together on the international stage. And that quartet stayed in the top 10 for their entire career, finishing 10th, 8th, and then 2 more years in 10th until their retirement in 2014. TNS continues to be one of our favorite Dixie District quartets. Let's take a look back at one of their highlights.
Hi, y'all. I want you to imagine you got yourself a brand new suit. Coat and vest look good. Wait a second. Something's wrong. Trousers slowly dragging through the street. Yes, I'm walking, but
without feet. I'm not finding fault at all. You're too big, and I'm too small. But Sam, my dear friend Sam, you promised me both ends would meet. You made the coat and vest. The coat and vest fit the best. They fit the best. And you made the lining nice and strong. But Sam, you made the pants too long. My doggone pants are too long. You made the peak lapel. You made it look so swell. And who am I to say you're wrong? But Sam, oh Sam, you made the pants too long. How could this go wrong? Now I got a belt and I got suspenders, so what can they lose? But what good are belts and what good suspenders when the pants are hanging over the shoes? I feel a winter breeze up and down my knees. My belt is where my tie belongs. But Sam, you made the pants too long. You made the pants too long. I feel the darndest breeze in my BVDs, and my fly is where my tie belongs. But Sam, oh Sam, you made the pants, oh Samuel.
Pants on the ground, pants on the ground, looking like fools with the pants on the ground.
Too long. Come on, Sam.
I texted Dusty and I said, hey, what video do you want to show for TNS? His response was, pants song. Like, you got it. Great to have the memory from TNS and our 15-year anniversary quartet. Our 10-year anniversary quartet, Red Zone, is from Nashville, Tennessee and Germantown, Tennessee. Craig Brown, Robert Strong, Sean King, and Adam Scott cruised to a 50-point win in 2013 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Made their first appearance at the international stage in Las Vegas in 2014, finishing 44th, and they returned to Pittsburgh the following year and finished 47th. And we're excited to have them back with us tonight. So please join me in welcoming, representing Nashville and Germantown, Craig, Robert, Sean, and Adam, your 2013 Dixie District Quartet champions, Red Zone.
In a villa in a little old Italian town lives a girl whose beauty shames the rose. Many yearn to love her, but their hopes all tumble down. What does she want? Knows. Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, men have named you. You're so like the lady with a mystic smile. Is it only 'cause you're lonely they have blamed you for that Mona Lisa strangeness in your smile, in your smile? Do you smile to tempt a lover, Mona Lisa? Or is this your way to hide a broken heart? Many dreams have been brought to your doorstep. They just lie there and they die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a cold and lonely, lovely work of art? Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa.
Thank you so much. Wow, how fast time has flown by for us. This quartet, as you know, 2013, and we've had so many stories, but we're going to be quick. I know everybody's ready to get moving, but there's one story we have to share with you, and many of you don't know how close Red Zone came to not making one of our major contests. We were heading to Atlanta to sing the trophy away, and the three of us were late. And we knew we had to open up the contest, and we were taking that really serious, that we needed to be there on time. But we hit traffic and rainstorms, and we were running behind. Jim Sams was on the phone. Where are you guys at? We're, look, man, we're coming. And Sean King was driving that day.
We passed the Batmobile that day.
And there was a Batmobile, and we passed it, literally passed the Batmobile. I won't say how fast we were going. I've been a police officer for almost 30 years. That day almost cost me my career, let me tell you why. As we came into Atlanta, as you know, traffic is pretty bad there. We got on the interstate, we could see the hotel, but we couldn't get there. There was an ambulance that just happened to be going down the emergency lane heading somewhere, and Sean decided to follow it. I mean, he made a hole through the traffic for us, and it was important to get here to sing for you guys. So we kind of followed him up to the exit to where we were able to get onto the main road. And when we got to the intersection to turn in, we were on the phone with Jim Sams. And he's like, guys, they're about to start. We're like, look, we're at the light. Don't start without us. We're coming, I promise. And so we came up to the light. The sun was shining from the west, and we really couldn't see. And I looked up, the light was red. I said, Sean, it's clear. Go, go, go. So Sean runs the red light and makes a left turn and goes into the venue. We pull into the venue, and one of our chorus members was waiting on us. We literally pulled up, the doors opened up, we throw the keys to him, we run inside the venue, and Sean runs into the restroom to change his shirt, to put his Red Zone shirt on, and we came in and delivered one of the worst sets we've ever done in our entire, literally, we were out of breath. What we did not know is at that intersection that we ran the light, there was a police officer sitting there directing traffic that day.
Camera 2.
We didn't see him, but he saw us. And he thought we were running from him. So he chased us. There was a pursuit into the hall. And luckily for us, one of the barbershopers stopped him and said, because he was coming in to get us and to arrest us. And back there, these great people that are working the doors said, no, they are singing, and as soon as they're done, you can talk to them. But right now, you're going to wait right here. So thank you for shutting the doors and preventing us from going to jail that day. But when we left and walked out, there was a police officer that was not happy. And we had to explain ourselves. And luckily for us, he did listen to our story and took pity on us. But he wanted to know, he said, who was driving? The guy that was driving had on a blue shirt. I said, oh, it was him. He changed his shirt. Threw him under the bus. But true story. So, look, we are glad to be here. But, we are very glad that everything worked out for us. But we've got a couple more great songs for you. The first two songs we've done for you tonight are going to be the song that we won with on the Saturday night when we won the district championship. So, Fool Such As I. Come on.
Pardon me if I'm sentimental when we say goodbye. Don't be angry with me, should I cry? If I cry when you're gone, yet I'll dream a little dream as years go by. Now and then there's a fool such as I, now and then there's a fool such as I am over you. You taught me how to love, and now I hear you say that we're through. Well, I'm a fool, but I love you, dear, until the day I die. Now and then there's a fool such as I, so pardon me if I'm sentimental when we say goodbye. Don't be angry with me, and how should I cry? Baby, if I cry when you're gone, yet I'll dream a little dream and love you, baby, all my life. Now and then there's a fool such as I, you know, now and then there's a fool such as I am over you. You taught me how to give you love, and now say, baby, now we aren't through. I'm a fool, but I love you, dear, until the day I die. Now and then there's a fool such as I, Now and then there's a fool such as I. Gotta say my mind, gonna be a fool such as I, such as I.
Lots of things waiting on us over at the hotel. So we're going to sing one more song for you. Thank you so much for your hospitality. We certainly appreciate the energy that you're giving all the performers up here today. And so we're going to sing one more song that just kind of is important to us as a reminder of we have a choice every day about what we choose to pay attention to with what happens around us in the world, what you see on the news, all that. You know, it can really kind of affect you in a negative way if you don't be careful and pay attention to the things that are most important in life.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world, wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world, wonderful, wonderful.
Another hand for our 10-year anniversary quartet, Red Zone. Relationships, singing, variety, and passion. Since having formed in 2009, the RSVP Chorus has worked hard to continue to provide those values for its members and the Memphis community. This chorus has had success on the contest stage, including district chorus championships, international appearances, including, if you're here earlier today, you saw this chorus win the right to represent our district at the international contest in Cleveland, Ohio, next July. So please welcome the 2024 Dixie District International Chorus representatives from Memphis, Tennessee, under the direction of Craig Brown and Sean King, the RSVP Chorus.
Taller than the Nobody needs you, it's no good unless he needs you all the way. Through the good or lean years and for all the in-between years, come what may. Who knows where the road will lead us? Only a fool would It's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way. Love you dear forever and unfaithful always. Faithful I will stay, I'll stay. Love you all the way.
I want to have some fun.
When skies are cloudy and gray, they're only gray for a day. So wrap your troubles in dreams and dream your troubles away. Until that sunshine peeps through, there's only one thing to do. Just wrap your troubles in dreams and dream your troubles away. Your castles may tumble, that's fate after all. Life's really funny that way. No need to grumble, smile as they fall. Weren't you king for a day? So just remember that sunshine always follows the rain. So wrap your troubles in dreams and dream your troubles away. Dream your troubles away. Dream your troubles away. Castles may tumble, that's fate after all. Life's really funny that way. Hey, don't need to grumble, just as they fall. Weren't you king for a day? Just remember that sunshine always follows the rain. So wrap your troubles in dreams and just dream your troubles away. Your troubles away.
All right, keep it going for RSVP. Come on, make some noise for RSVP. And congratulations to the chorus, and we know they will represent us well in Cleveland next summer. Your 5-year anniversary quartet holds a special place in my heart. Entourage first formed in the summer of 2018, originally from Nashville, Memphis, Fort Payne, Alabama, and Virginia Beach. DC and Ian, Dusty, and yours truly took home the 2018 Dixie District Quartet Championship on this very stage right here in Oxford. Our first appearance on the international stage was in 2019 in Salt Lake City, Utah, where we finished 26th. And then COVID happened and paused everything for a couple of years. We returned to Charlotte in 2022, finishing 27th. And a recent personnel change in January 23, we took one more step forward in Louisville, Kentucky, finishing 21st. I want to bring out the tenor of that quartet to join me up here, Mr. D.C. Nash. D.C.? And now we will take a look back at one of the performances from our 5-year anniversary quartet. D.C., Ian, Daniel, Hewitt, and yours truly, Entourage.
Today I'm coming your way, and tonight I'll be holding you tight, 'cause all I really need is you in my life to keep me satisfied, so satisfied. I'll be satisfied, so satisfied. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, I'm gonna love you every day, if I may, and dream dreams of you every night, if I might, and if I may, I'd like to say, I wish that you were mine, if I had you, all I would do is adore you all of the time. I'd like to tell you of your charms every day, if I may. I'd like to hold you in my arms every night, if I might. You're the object of my affections, and if you have no objections, I'd like to love you night and day, if I may. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. If I had you, all I would do is adore you all of the time. I'd like to tell you of your charms. I tell you every single day, darling, if I may, and hold you in my arms every night, baby, if I might. You're the object of my affections, and as long as you don't have any objections, I love you night and day, love you all the way, loving you every day, if I may. I'm gonna love you night and day, darling, if I may.
By the looks of that video, it looks like I played golf earlier today with the tan line going on over there in my head. But, our plan was to be here tonight and sing for y'all for our 5 years. Daniel Hewitt, our baritone, got COVID the day before he got on a plane to come here. So we're hoping he's feeling better. And then Ian Galvin, our lead, back in, he lives in Charleston, South Carolina now. His boy took a tumble down some stairs and broke his leg. So he took off early this morning to go home and take care of the family. So Silas, we're thinking of you, buddy. Hopefully you get to feeling better soon. And we do want to, before we go on, though, we do want to thank some folks for us. Our family's back at home. Our spouses, Katie and Rachel and Amanda. We have a lot of other folks supporting us. We've got, Adam Reimnitz and Alex Rubin, probably two of our primary coaches. Who am I forgetting here?
Aaron Dale.
Aaron Dale, Tim Brooks has some influence on us over the past year as well. And Darnell was a huge influence as well for us. So we want to thank all of them as well. And to my kids, Riley and Chase, you got to stay up extra late to watch this, not go to bed. But y'all, thank you so much for the last 5 years, and we're looking forward to many, many great more years to come. So thank you again. All right, let's get on to some international success now. Our first one to looking back is from 1990. 4 singers from Marietta, Georgia. The Big Chicken Chorus met, and against all better judgment, Fred was formed. Tenor, Jared Pookie Carlson. Lead, Rick LaRosa, Barry Clay Hine, bass Joe Clay, formed prior to the 1991 international contest in Louisville, Kentucky, where they qualified and finished 35th. Fred returned home and captured the 1991 Dixie District Quartet Championship. In 92 in New Orleans, Fred made the impressive 9-spot jump to 26th. In Calgary, Fred was not very funny and tumbled back 1 spot to 27th. In 94, I thought that joke would go for better. In 94, Fred started to figure this whole comedy thing out and jumped all the way up to 11th. And cracking the top 10 in 95, Fred then claimed his first international medal in Salt Lake City in 96 and climbed all the way to second place silver in Indianapolis in 1997. After another 4th place medal in 98, Fred went on to Anaheim, California and captured the 1999 International Quartet Championship. Let's take a look back at one of those championship performances from Fred.
Better quartet to inherit the mantle of Clown Princes of Barbershop than our 1999 international champions from Marietta, Georgia, representing the Dixie District, Fred.
Another year, and we're still here, still here. You'd think this contest was our career, but still we'll try every July. We're nincompoopy, and like a staircase, we once were 4th place. Okay, then went to 2nd place. Hooray, then back to 4th place. Oy vey, we were so stoopy. We made it whoopee. We're nincompoopy, nincompoopy. Sure, it'd be fun to win it and wear that big gold ring, but that's not why we're in it. We're just like you, we love to sing. Our Mary's careless, our bass is flareless. I'm getting hairless, he's underwearless. But that's expected, we're not perfected. We're nincompoopy, nincompoopy. So we worked on our singing and vowel sounds, volume and blend until we found that we wanted to yell. This is boring as no one can see. We tried, then we all sang a beautiful diphthong, found that it ruined our hip song, so we tried it once more, still was a bore. We tried, went to Harmony College to learn from the technical team, but instead of getting knowledge, we only got ice cream. When the other quartets have departed, we'll be the same as we started. In first or in last, we'll have a blast. We're singing, we're side by side. That's why it's called a hobby. It's not a job we dread. Come join us in the lobby. Stop by the front desk, ask for Fred. We're almost done, maybe we won. We hope we won, so thanks a ton. Hope you had fun. But if you're droopy, come be a groupie, be nincompoopy. And if you're loopy, like Betty Boopy, you're nincompoopy, in Guadalupe, we're still nincompoopy, singing side by side. Every July, we're nincompoopy guys.
Please welcome to the stage the baritone of Fred and Dixie District legend Clay Hine.
Thanks, Jeremy. It's fun watching these videos. Lots of great memories. When Fred got together in 1990, we were all members of the Big Chicken Chorus. Rick had just finished singing with a quartet who was also a Dixie District champ called the Class Apart. You can clap for them. I had just finished singing with a quartet with my dad and Tim and Jed Brooks called Atlanta Forum. Joe Clay had just recently moved to Atlanta, and actually he wasn't singing bass, he was a lead singer at the time. Jared Carlson Pookie was in high school and joined Big Chicken because his dad made him and was a lead at the time. And we were all kind of hunting for new quartets because two quartets we were in had kind of finished their run. And when we were hunting for new quartets, the four of us were not in the mix that any of us were hunting for. We started singing together because we liked hanging out together. We would get together after Big Chicken rehearsal at the watering hole we went to and have a great time doing some screwing around, telling jokes, singing, telling more jokes, doing more screwing around, a little more singing, but mostly just having a great time. Unlike, some quartets, we didn't go looking for this foursome. It kind of found us because we were part of an incredibly joyful barbershop community that provided the opportunity for us to find each other. You heard Jeremy talk about our contest history that had some ups and downs, fortunately more ups than downs. But through all those ups and downs, the community of Dixie was amazing. Our chapter communities, our district communities. You heard Tim Brooks talk about shows that State Line Grocery did. I think Fred probably sang on just about every Dixie District chapter show over the course of our time together and had a great time doing it. We actually did shows together from when we first started singing till we wrapped up our last show, which was probably 7-8 years ago, for about 25 years. And over that course of time, we got to sing in every state in the U.S., several countries, and had an amazing time because of the community that we were part of. Without this community, without the support of Dixie District barbershoppers for Fred, we don't have quartets like Fred or Riptide or State Line or any of these other great quartets. We have a great time sharing, and in fact, in the case of Fred, we only get together, we only find each other because of the community of Dixie District. All of the amazing conventions that we had are part of those fantastic memories, all of the great shows. And again, we had a great time singing together, but we had an even better time hanging out with y'all and having a great time telling jokes, telling stories. Rick used to say we were the traveling fraternity party. When we first got together, one of our essential pieces of equipment on every show for several years was, of course, a whoopee cushion. Because how else would you have a good time? We just loved everything we did, but we could only love everything we did because we were a part of this amazing Dixie District community that provided the opportunity for us to share and be joyous and laugh a lot and sing a lot. Unlike some other quartets, there's lots of incredibly amazing quartets that get together and have success because they're four amazing voices. And that was not Fred. We got together and had success because we had fun together and we had fun sharing it, and we can only share that if there's an amazing community like Dixie to be a part of. We've had an amazing, I moved to Atlanta in 1986. I'm one of those folks that can say I wasn't born in the South, but I got here just as soon as I could. I would never, ever have envisioned this run since 1986, and the amazing joy that I've had and that Fred experienced over 25 years of doing shows by being a part of this wonderful community. This is one of the best decisions I ever made, and certainly one of the biggest blessings of my entire life was to move down here in 1986 and start making some amazing memories with amazing, wonderful people and having amazing experiences. And Dixie's been able to do that for 75 years and create those memories, and you can look back in 5, 10, 15, 20 years and look back 40, 50, 60 years at all of the wonderful, wonderful people and positive impact our community has had on each other and on lots of other barbershoppers and lots of audiences and lots of people. And I am incredibly excited by this great celebration that Jeremy's put together, and incredibly optimistic and joyous about the portion of the next 75 years where I'll be around and can share and appreciate and enjoy the experiences we create, the memories we create, the people that we draw in, the growth that we can have, and the wonderful, wonderful impact we can have on more and more lives like you all have had on my life and on Fred's lives. Thank you all very much.
Our next Dixie District International Champion, Four Voices, formed at Lee University and captured the Collegiate International Championship in 1996. Tenor Lester Rector, lead Chad Guyton, baritone Brandon Guyton, and bass Jason Van Hook took the society by storm and rode the momentum of that collegiate gold to a Dixie District Quartet Championship in 1999 and a 13th place finish in 2000 at the International Convention in Kansas City, Missouri. Four Voices then climbed all the way to third in Nashville in 2001, and in 2002 captured the gold medal in Portland, Oregon. Let's take a look back at one of the championship moments from your 1999 Dixie District champion and your 2002 International Quartet champion, Four Voices.
In the apartment above me, there is the lovingest man. I don't know what she has to be jealous of. He has a face that just his mother could love. And still I know she's always worried some girl will steal her prize away. She's always asking, is there somebody else? Yeah, right. I guess it's just to hear him say, no, no, Nora, nobody but you, dear. You know, Nora, yours truly is true, dear. When you accuse me of hurt, and maybe I couldn't, I love you so. Oh, I have chances too many to mention. Never give 'em a bit of attention. And would I trade you for Venus? Oh, no, no, Nora, no, 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 no. Oh, no, no, Nora, there's no one but you, dear. And you know, Nora, that I stick like glue, dear. And when you're speaking of seeking, I couldn't, I love you so. I see eyes that are full of affection, always look in another direction. And would I trade you for barbershop? No, no, Nora, no one but you, dear. No, 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 Nora. No, 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 Nora.
Please welcome the baritone of four voices, Brandon Guyton.
Thank you very much. I have a short 17-minute soliloquy I would like to begin reading. I apologize for my dress. My brother Chad was scheduled to do this, but just like you saw in the video, Chad's never really contributed much to this operation. How great was it to hear the 2002 fourth place medalists Riptide tonight? Wasn't that awesome? They were great. I just briefly want to say that I love this district. I love this hobby. I've said this many times in many places and in many circles that most everything I have in my life that is good and wonderful came from a man named Ron Weaver walking into our high school when I was a sophomore, pushing in a VHS cassette. You remember VHSs? Some of you are too old to remember those. And playing the Gas House Gang and talking to our choir program about barbershop. It immediately changed my life, Chad's life, obviously Four Voices' life. There's so much I owe to this hobby. I've tried my best, and we've tried our best to do what we can for this district. But I love the Dixie District. I love all of you. The graciousness that you showed to our quartet through the years, young guys, and it's wonderful to see it perpetuating, seeing so many wonderful young performers like Full Effect and on that are continuing this trend. This music needs to live on. It needs to persevere. There's been some difficult times, but the music has always been the thing that has brought us together. It's always been the thing, the ringing of a chord. That's what's binded us together through all of this, and it still works. So I hope that we can, I hope that we can keep this going, that we can keep it perpetuating, that we can introduce new singers to this wonderful art form that has literally changed the lives of everyone in this room. And if you're sitting out here thinking, really hasn't changed my life, well, you're here, so it has. So some ways more profound than others, some more impactful than others, but it's affected us all. So let's do everything that we can to continue to fill this room up, to build up our chapters, to plant new ones where it needs to happen, and keep this wonderful art form alive. And let's just stop fighting about barbershop, and let's get back to the singing, because that's what our first true love was, and that's what the world needs. We need more of that, more of just the joining together in harmony and singing. And you're here, so let's take this back to our chapters and to keep it going. We need to see 20 choruses up here over the next 5 years, and I think we can do it. So let's bind together and let's keep this thing going. Thank you for all of your support to the Sound of Tennessee, to Four Voices. We wish we could have been here. Lester was making a paper mache thing tonight and he couldn't make it. No, I'm kidding. But we love you guys. We love this district, and thank you to Jeremy and to the district for making this wonderful night happen. Thank you guys.
Our next Dixie District International Championship highlight takes us back to May of 1948 at WSM radio station in Nashville, Tennessee. That was the date and the place of the very first meeting of the Nashville, Tennessee chapter. The chorus's first international appearance was in San Francisco, California in 1976, finishing 10th. After the chorus had 2 more top 10 appearances over the next 2 years, the chorus took a very short 31-year break from appearances international. When Mike O'Neill took over the chorus in Anaheim, California in 2009 to an 18th place finish. After a 10th place in 2010 and 11th in 2011, Mike stepped away and entered in current music director Dusty Schleier. Music City is known for comedy, creatively entertaining contest packages. Who wrote that? And the chorus earned its first international medal in Pittsburgh in 2015, 5th place in Orlando in 2018, and in 2022 in Charlotte, North Carolina, reached the summit by claiming the International Chorus Gold Medal. Let's take a look back at one of those songs in their championship performance.
Now looking back, what can we make of our time apart? What can we make of our time apart?
Please welcome to the stage the VP of Operations for the Music City Chorus, Jonathan Johnson.
Thanks, Jeremy. The Music City Chorus is coincidentally also celebrating its 75th year. We want to congratulate every quartet and chorus that has crossed this stage in the last 75 years and extend a heartfelt thanks to all of our family and friends who have supported us in all of our journeys. The Music City Chorus looks forward to rejoining the competition cycle next fall, and we hope to make more memories with you then. Thank you.
All right. We are ready about ready to get out of here. So thank you all for your patience. Hope you enjoyed this evening so far. Hope you, yeah. You know, this again. There's so much history here. It's too good not to enjoy some time together and reminisce around that kind of thing. So, our final quartet of the evening. Our final quartet of the evening could have very easily been included in our review of international champions. This quartet in the Cleveland, Tennessee chapter took home the 2023 Collegiate Quartet Contest. And we got a chance to see them earlier today continue their journey by capturing the 2023 Dixie District Quartet Championship. As the District Association of Quartet Champions representatives join them on stage today, please join me in welcoming your 2023 Dixie District Quartet Champion, Full Effect.
Many swains have tried to make romantic the cottage by the stream. Men of letters quite pedantic have used his played out theme. And my aspirations, I must admit, are those of a millionaire. I can see but one place that you could fit, darling, if you willed it. I should like to build it. Just picture a penthouse way up in the sky, with hinges on chimneys for stars to go by. A sweet slice of heaven for just you and I, when we're alone. From all of society we'll stay aloof and live in propriety there on the roof. To heavenly hermits we'll be in truth when we're alone. We'll see life's mad pattern as we view old Manhattan. We can thank our lucky stars that we're living as we are in our little penthouse. We'll always contrive to keep love and romance forever alive in view of the Hudson just over the drive when we
to listen to us. We really do appreciate it. We're full effect. We're so honored and happy to be the 2023 District Quartet Champions, as well as 2023 Next Gen Varsity Quartet Champions, representing the Dixie District very well. Thank you. Thank you very much. We've had an exciting year so far and many great things planned, but we just want to thank the Dixie District for treating us so well and giving us a platform, especially in Youth Barbershop. We're so honored to represent a district that we love so much. We're just going to sing one more, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show and have a great night.
I love you, you know I do. You are the one I adore. Can't you see, you and me, I couldn't love you more, no more. So come a little closer, dear. To make you comfy, cozy, 'cause I love from head to toesy, my sweet, sweet lovey, my sweet lovey, mine. Cuddle up a little closer, my little lovey, mine. Cuddle up and be my little. Be my clinging vine. How I like to feel your cheeks so rosy. I like to make you comfy, cozy. 'Cause I love you from your head to your toesy. Sweet, sweet lovey, mine, sweet lovey. Don't you know that you're the only one I adore? Oh, come on and cuddle up a little closer to me now. Sweet lovey, mine. Cuddle up and won't you be my little sweet, my little clinging vine. I love you so much, need you so much, from your head right down to your toesy. Come on and cuddle up, sweet little lovey mine. Come on and cuddle up, my sweet lovey mine. Sweet lovey mine.
Special gift for our new champions here. It's a commemorative 75th anniversary Dixie District pitch pipe here. I'm blazed with the logo of our 75th. So guys, congratulations, and we're excited to see what's coming next.
Thank you so much. Wow.
Well, y'all, hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a lot of fun putting this thing together, and I thank you to the district leadership for allowing us to play around and put this thing together and kind of celebrate the history of our district, and we're looking forward to another awesome 75 years. So let's blow the pitch for a little Keep the Whole World Singing, go out and drink some beers back to the hotel, okay? What do you say? All right, pitch. homerulls. And keep the whole world singing all day long. Watch goodwill come a-winging on a song. Smile the while you are singing. Oh, carry your heart. Keep a melody ringing and ringing in your heart. Good night, everybody. Thank y'all.
Jeremy.